Number 1. The 1970 Chevrolet Monte Carlo, listed for $7,000 and located in Republic, Missouri, offering a rare and aggressive take on one of Chevrolet's most iconic personal luxury cars from the muscle car era. Showing just 42,000 miles on the odometer, this Monte Carlo stands out immediately thanks to its manual transmission setup, something you don't see often in these cars. Paired with stout 383 cubic inch V8 that's been built with performance in mind. Backed by a true 4-speed manual, this car clearly leans away from being a relaxed boulevard cruiser and instead points directly toward track duty and spirited driving. The seller notes that the car is built for the track, which suggests a focus on power, responsiveness, and driver engagement rather than pure originality, making it an appealing option for enthusiasts who want something raw and exciting instead of showroom-correct restoration. The first-generation Monte Carlo is already known for its long hood, short deck, and unmistakable muscle-air presence, and with a 383 under the hood, this example is likely to deliver strong torque, hard acceleration, and that unmistakable small-block Chevy attitude. A 4-speed manual further elevates the driving experience, putting full control in the driver's hands and adding serious credibility for those who value old-school performance. Whether envisioned as a weekend track toy, a street-in strip build, or a foundation for further performance upgrades, this 1970 Monte Carlo offers a compelling mix of classic styling and performance-oriented hardware. Priced at $7,000, it represents an accessible entry into the world of classic American muscle for someone who wants something different, engaging, and purpose-built. A Monte Carlo that trades luxury for adrenaline and invites its next owner to keep pushing exactly where it belongs. Hard on the throttle. Number 2. The 1978 Chevrolet Corvette Coupe, listed for $9,500 and located in Manteca, California, offering a very approachable entry point into classic C3 Corvette ownership. Showing 96,203 miles, this Corvette is described as running and driving, making a usable classic rather than a non-running project. According to the seller, the car was restored approximately 10 years ago, which suggests that major cosmetic and mechanical work has already been addressed in the past, allowing the next owner to enjoy it while continuing light upkeep or gradual improvements. Finished in the unmistakable late 1970s C3 body style, this Corvette features those long, sculpted fenders, removable roof panels, and the aggressive stance that defines the era. Power is sent through an automatic transmission, making it an easy and comfortable cruiser that still delivers the classic Corvette driving experience without the demands of a manual setup. It's important to note that the car carries a salvage title, which is reflected in the affordable asking price, and is something any potential buyer should factor into future resale value and insurance considerations. That said, salvage title Corvettes are often popular with enthusiasts who plan to drive and enjoy their cars rather than keep them as trailer queens. The seller is asking $9,500 or best offer and is also open to potential trades, inviting buyers to make an offer or propose something interesting with no pressure. Overall, this 1978 Corvette Coupe represents a budget-friendly classic sports car with iconic styling, V8 appeal, and road-ready usability. Ideal for someone looking to experience Corvette ownership, enjoy weekend drives, attend local car meets, or simply park a piece of American automotive history in their garage without breaking the bank. Number 3. The 1981 Chevrolet Monte Carlo, listed for $10,000 and located in Reno, Nevada, offering a solid opportunity to own a classic G body that still retains most of its original character. Showing 90,000 miles and equipped with an automatic transmission, this Monte Carlo is largely OEM, with the notable exceptions being the wheels and the carburetor upgrade. From the factory, the car came with a dual-barrel carburetor, but it has since been upgraded to a quad-barrel setup for improved performance and throttle response. The engine features a Stage 2 cam, and according to the seller, the motor was pulled apart, refreshed, repainted, and reassembled, resulting in a strong-running engine that idles well and sounds healthy. The car fires up easily and runs strong, though there's a known issue where it wants to shut off when shifted into gear, something the seller has already begun looking into and could potentially be a manageable tuning or adjustment fix for the next owner. In addition to the drivetrain work, this Monte Carlo is equipped with a full sound system, making it a comfortable cruiser as well as a fun street car. Visually, the car presents well, retaining its classic early ADS Monte Carlo lines that made the G-body platform so popular among enthusiasts, builders, and collectors alike. The seller is firm and straightforward, stating clearly that if the ad is up, the car is still available, and pricing is set at $10,000 or best offer, with a stated lowest price of around $8,000. Overall, this 1981 Monte Carlo represents a strong base for someone looking for a mostly original G-body with tasteful performance upgrades, solid mechanical work already done, and just enough sorting left to make it your own. Whether your goal is weekend cruising, mild street performance, or a foundation for a future build. Number 4. The 1968 Pontiac Lemons listed for $12,000 and located in Lake Orion, Michigan, offering a classic muscle-era platform that blends daily driver usability with solid bones and honest character. Showing 199,999 miles and equipped with an automatic transmission, this Lemons is powered by a swapped-in 1976 Chevy 350 V8. A proven and easy-to-maintain engine that provides reliable performance and readily available parts. According to the seller, the car has been daily driven for the past 6 months and runs and drives great, which says a lot for a vehicle of this age. Visually, it features a Ram Air, style hood, non-functional, but aggressive enough to give it that classic muscle car presence, and a mostly original interior that has been refreshed in all the right places. Recent interior upgrades include new carpet, a new dash pad, new door panels, and a new steering wheel, giving the cabin a clean, comfortable feel while still retaining its vintage personality. A retro sound radio with AUX input has been added, allowing modern audio convenience without sacrificing the classic look, and the wiring harness was replaced in 2017, a major plus for reliability and peace of mind. One of the standout positives of this Lemons is its history. The car originally came from Seattle, meaning it does not suffer from the typical Michigan rust issues. The underbody is very clean, the frame is solid, and overall the structure is in strong condition, making this a desirable starting point for cruising, improving, or lightly restoring further. Like any honest classic, it does have its flaws, and they are clearly disclosed. The window and trunk seals need replacement, which has led to a rear window leak that damaged the package tray, and there is some trunk rust starting from water intrusion due to those bad seals. There is also a small windshield chip on the lower passenger side, a rear bumper dent, a taillight bulb that needs attention, and minor cosmetic imperfections such as paint chips, scratches, and sunspots that reflect the car's age and use rather than neglect. Still, these issues are largely cosmetic or manageable and do not take away from the fact that this is a solid, strong-running classic Pontiac that can be enjoyed immediately. Priced at $12,000 or best offer, this 1968 Pontiac Lemons represents a straightforward, usable classic with a solid drivetrain, refreshed interior, clean underbody, and plenty of potential, perfect for someone who wants to drive their classic regularly while improving it over time rather than starting from a rusty or non-running project. Number 5. The 1990 Cadillac Brougham Sedan 4D listed for $18,000, presenting a true example of classic American luxury from the final era of full-size, rear-wheel drive Cadillacs. With just 51,000 original miles, this Fleetwood Brougham stands out as a clean, low-mileage survivor that has been garage-kept and carefully preserved over the years. Powered by the dependable 5.7-liter V8 and paired with an automatic transmission, the car drives great and is described as being fully capable of serving as a comfortable daily driver, delivering that smooth, effortless Cadillac ride these cars are famous for. The exterior paint is clean and well-presented, complemented by proper white wall tires that perfectly match the car's stately presence and period-correct style. Inside, the interior, dash, and trim remain in excellent original condition, reflecting the low mileage and overall care the vehicle has received, making it feel like stepping back into a 1990 showroom. All original examples like this are becoming harder to find, especially ones that have not been heavily modified or neglected, which adds to the appeal for collectors and enthusiasts alike. The car comes with a clean Texas title in hand, offering peace of mind for the next owner and making the buying process straightforward. One known issue is that the air conditioning is currently not working, something to factor in, particularly for warm climates, but otherwise the vehicle is presented as mechanically sound and ready to enjoy. The seller is asking $18,000 or best offer and is open to serious negotiations, though trades are firmly not considered. It's clearly stated that low-effort messages will not receive a response, emphasizing that this is a serious listing for serious buyers only. Although the listing references Houston, Texas, the car is actually located in El Paso, so potential buyers should plan accordingly. Overall, this 1990 Cadillac Brougham offers timeless design, classic V8 power, low mileage, and original condition, making it an excellent option for someone looking to own a comfortable cruiser, a nostalgic luxury sedan, or a collectible example of Cadillac's iconic rear-wheel drive lineage. Number 6. The 1977 Chevrolet Impala SS Sedan 4D listed at $5,000 and located in Antioch, California. Showing roughly 40,000 miles, this Impala SS represents the end of the true full-size American performance sedan era, when cars were still long, wide, heavy, and unapologetically bold. Under the hood sits the GM Crate 350 small block V8, a very popular and well-supported engine that offers strong torque and endless upgrade possibilities. That engine is paired with a rebuilt TH350 automatic transmission and a 3000 stall converter, making this setup well-suited for street performance, cruising, or even a mild drag-oriented build, if that's the direction you want to go. It's important to note that the engine does currently have some blow-by, so it's not perfect, but for the price, this is a kind of mechanical issue many enthusiasts expect and are willing to address as part of a project. Visually, the car makes a statement thanks to its sunset orange paint job, giving this Impala SS a loud, aggressive presence that really pops under sunlight and fits the muscle-era personality of the car. The body isn't flawless, as there is slight damage on the front passenger side fender, but it's the kind of repair that can be handled during a future bodywork or repaint phase. Performance-focused upgrades include Hedman headers, which help the small block breathe better and add both sound and power, along with an adjustable shock kit that indicates someone has already put thought into how this big sedan sits and rides. Inside, the Impala will need interior work, making this a blank canvas for the next owner. Whether you want to stay original, go full Restomod, or build a street brawler with modern touches. Overall, this 1977 Impala SS is clearly being sold as a project car, but it's a project with solid fundamentals. A desirable V8 drivetrain, a rebuilt transmission, classic SS styling, and a road presence that only a full-size Chevy from the 70s can deliver. These cars are becoming harder to find, especially at this price point, and they offer something very different from the smaller muscle cars everyone is chasing. At $5,000 or best offer, this Impala SS is an affordable entry into classic American iron, perfect for someone who wants a hands-on build, a long-term cruiser project, or a unique platform that stands out at shows, meets, or even just rolling down the street. Number 7. The 1957 Ford V 8 sedan, priced at $15,500 and located in Omaha. Showing approximately 60,000 miles on the odometer, this car represents an era when chrome was bold, Styling was confident, and driving was meant to be enjoyed rather than rushed. Under the hood sits a V8 engine paired with desirable 3-speed manual transmission with overdrive, giving this Ford a much more engaging driving experience than many automatic-equipped classics of the time. The overdrive makes it more relaxed and usable at modern road speeds, which is a big plus if you plan to actually drive and enjoy the car rather than just park it at shows. Mechanically, this Ford is described as solid and well-sorted, with recent upgrades that improve reliability while keeping the classic character intact. The points and coil have been replaced with a modern electronic ignition setup, along with a new Petronics coil, offering easier starting, smoother running, and reduced maintenance compared to the original ignition system. The Motorcraft carburetor has also been rebuilt, and as a result, the car starts easily and runs very well, exactly what you want in a classic you can trust. Visually and structurally, this 1957 Ford appears to be in very nice condition. The body is described as clean, which is a crucial factor with cars from this era, where rust can quickly turn a dream purchase into an expensive restoration. The interior is also noted as very nice, suggesting it has been well cared for and preserved, offering that authentic 1950s driving atmosphere without feeling worn out or neglected. This is a kind of interior you can enjoy immediately, whether you're cruising on the weekend, attending local car shows, or simply appreciating the craftsmanship and design that defined Ford in the late 1950s. Importantly, this is not being pitched as a project car. It's a driver. The seller makes it clear that this is a car you can drive and enjoy just as it sits right now, which adds tremendous value for buyers who want instant gratification instead of a long restoration timeline. Overall, this 1957 Ford V 8 sedan strikes a very appealing balance between originality, usability, and thoughtful upgrades. It maintains its classic identity, sound, and feel, while benefiting from modern ignition improvements that make ownership easier and more enjoyable. Cars like this are ideal for enthusiasts who want a genuine 1950s experience without the headaches often associated with unrestored or poorly maintained examples. At $15,500, this Ford offers classic V8 power, manual transmission engagement, solid mechanical condition, and clean presentation in a package that's ready to be driven and appreciated. Whether you're a longtime collector or someone looking to step into the classic car world with a timeless icon, this 57 Ford sedan is the kind of honest, well-kept classic that continues to bring smiles mile after mile. Number 8. The 1983 Buick Riviera convertible, priced at $15,900 and located in Woodland Hills. With just 93,000 miles on the odometer and an automatic transmission, this Riviera represents one of the rarest and most collectible Buicks of its era. Buick produced very few convertibles in 1983, making this model highly sought after today, especially among enthusiasts who appreciate the combination of classic American comfort, smooth V8 cruising, and open top driving. The seller describes it as an absolutely beautiful cruiser, and that fits perfectly with the Riviera's character. Long, elegant lines, premium trim, and that unmistakable floating luxury car ride that defined Buick in the early 1980s. According to the description, this car runs and drives like new, which is a major selling point for anyone looking for a turnkey classic that doesn't require immediate repair or restoration. Many 80s luxury cars have been neglected over the years, but this one seems to have been well maintained and respected. The fact that the seller says it gets thumbs up everywhere I go highlights just how eye-catching this model still is today. Riviera convertibles carry a special presence on the road, big, bold, and stylish without being over the top. The rarity alone makes it stand out, but paired with its condition and drivability, it becomes an especially compelling classic. The 1983 Riviera convertible combines comfort, style, and collectability in a way that few early ADS cars can match. At $15,900, this example offers a well-preserved piece of American luxury history that's ready to enjoy immediately. Whether you're cruising along coastal roads, showing up to local car events, or simply enjoying weekend drives with the top down, this Buick delivers a kind of smooth, nostalgic experience that's getting harder to find. If you're in the market for a rare convertible that turns heads and drives beautifully, this Riviera is absolutely worth a look. Just give the seller a call if you have any questions. Number 9. The 1972 Oldsmobile Cutlass Supreme, priced at $19,000 and located in Reno. Showing just 60,000 original miles on the odometer and backed by an automatic transmission, this Cutlass is a kind of old-school cruiser that blends classic styling with serious, trustworthy performance. Under the hood sits the legendary Oldsmobile 350 rocket engine, paired with a turbo 350 transmission that has been fully rebuilt and is rated to hold up to 500 horsepower, offering plenty of strength and reliability for spirited driving. This is not a neglected garage ornament. It's a car that's been enjoyed regularly and confidently. The current owner is the third owner of the car and clearly hasn't been afraid to drive it as intended. According to the description, this Cutlass runs and drives amazing with no known issues, and it has proven itself on long trips to places like San Francisco, Sacramento, and Las Vegas every couple of weeks. That kind of real-world driving says far more than a simple runs great ever could. The engine benefits from quality upgrades, including a Howard camshaft, Howard lifters and springs, and a dual adjustable billet timing chain, enhancements that improve performance while maintaining durability. These are well-known, respected components in the muscle car world, adding value and credibility to the build rather than detracting from it. Despite the upgrades, the car has retained its classic soul, riding on its original 60,000-mile platform and maintaining the presence and drivability that made the Cutlass Supreme such a popular nameplate in the early 70s. The title is clean and in the owner's name in Nevada, making for a straightforward transaction. While the seller notes that there's way too much to list, it's clear this car has been thoughtfully maintained and invested in over time. With a cash-only price expectation and no interest in payments, checks, texts, or emails, this is a straight-shooting sale aimed at a serious buyer. At $19,000, this 1972 Oldsmobile Cutlass Supreme offers a strong mix of originality, proven reliability, tasteful performance upgrades, and classic muscle-era appeal. It's the kind of car you can confidently drive long distances, cruise on weekends, or bring to shows without worrying whether it'll make it home. If you're looking for a clean, well-driven, and properly built Cutlass that still feels alive on the road, this one in Reno deserves your attention. Just be ready to call and talk cars. Number 10. The 1953 Chevrolet Bel Air, listed at $19,500 and located in Hialeah. Finished in a classic green paint that perfectly suits the era, this Bel Air carries a clean title and shows approximately 155,000 miles, reflecting a life well lived and now thoughtfully upgraded for reliable cruising. The restoration has been done with usability in mind, blending timeless design with mechanical improvements that make this car far more enjoyable on today's roads. Under the hood sits a Chevy small block V8, a proven and popular choice for classic restorations, upgraded with throttle body fuel injection. This TBI setup gives the car the classic V8 sound and look while delivering improved cold starts, smoother idling, and better overall reliability compared to an old-school carburetor. Power is sent through an automatic transmission, making this Bel Air an easy, relaxed driver whether you're cruising through town, heading to a car show, or enjoying a weekend drive. Modern safety and comfort upgrades further enhance the driving experience. Front disc brakes provide far more confident stopping power than the original drum setup, and air conditioning has been added, an absolute game changer in warm climates, especially in Florida. These upgrades make this 1953 Bel Air not just a showpiece, but a genuinely usable classic you can enjoy year-round. According to the listing, the car is fully restored and in very good condition, suggesting it's ready to be driven and enjoyed without needing major immediate work. At $19,500 OBO, this Bel Air offers strong value for a fully restored, V8-powered, fuel-injected, air-conditioned early 50S Chevrolet. Payment options include wire transfer, cashier's check, or cash in person, leaving flexibility for a serious buyer. For anyone looking to own a true American classic with iconic styling, dependable mechanicals, and modern conveniences discreetly integrated, this 1953 Chevy Bel Air in Hialeah stands out as a solid and appealing opportunity. Number 11. The 1978 Buick Riviera LXXV 75th Anniversary Edition, listed at $6,450 and located on Staten Island. This is a special factory anniversary model, Finished in its correct two-tone black and silver paint scheme with a vinyl top, a combination that perfectly captures Buick's upscale personal luxury styling from the era. Only 2,899 of these LXXV anniversary editions were produced in 1978, making this Riviera far more uncommon than a standard example and increasingly difficult to find today, especially at this price point. Under the hood is the optional Oldsmobile Source 4 03 cubic inch V8, a well-known and smooth-running engine that delivers strong low-end torque and effortless cruising power, paired with an automatic transmission. The car shows just 63,000 original miles, which is very low for a nearly 50-year-old vehicle and a major plus for collectors and enthusiasts alike. According to the seller, this Riviera spent its life in California and Oregon before being brought east this past spring, which helps explain why it's described as a rust-free car, an extremely important factor for full-size luxury coupes of this era. The Riviera comes well-equipped, living up to Buick's reputation for comfort and luxury. It features full power options, making it an enjoyable and relaxed cruiser, ideal for highway drives or weekend shows. The car runs and drives, meaning it's not just a static project, but something you can start, move, and enjoy while improving it over time. That said, the seller is very upfront that cosmetic work is needed, which is clearly reflected in the asking price. This presents a great opportunity for someone looking to refresh the paint, interior details, or trim at their own pace, rather than paying top dollar for a fully finished example. At $6,450, or best offer, this 1978 Buick Riviera LXXV represents a compelling mix of rarity, originality, and value. You're getting a low-mileage, rust-free, limited production anniversary edition with a desirable V8, classic personal luxury styling, and solid mechanical fundamentals. For a buyer who wants a unique late 70s cruiser with strong collector appeal and room for cosmetic improvement, this Riviera stands out as a smart and affordable entry into classic American luxury ownership. Number 12. The 1978 Ford Ranchero 500, listed at $6,000 and located in Phoenix. This Ranchero shows 93,000 miles and remains largely original, making it an increasingly hard-to-find survivor in today's market. Powered by a dependable 302 cubic inch V8 with a 2-barrel carburetor, it's paired with a C4 automatic transmission, an iconic and reliable Ford drivetrain combination known for smooth driving and easy maintenance. This Ranchero 500 is nicely equipped for comfort and everyday cruising. It features factory air conditioning, power brakes, power steering, a working heater, and a factory radio, all of which help reinforce its usability as a true driver rather than just a collector piece. The seller notes that the vehicle runs and drives correctly, suggesting it's mechanically sorted and ready to be enjoyed without immediate major work. Inside, the interior has received thoughtful updates while still preserving its original character. The seat upholstery is new, along with a new headliner and a dash cover, making the cabin presentable and comfortable without drifting away from the truck's factory look. Importantly, the car is described as original with no performance or cosmetic modifications, which will appeal to buyers looking for a stock Ranchero rather than a heavily altered build. The tires have good tread but are older, something to keep in mind if you plan to daily drive it. But overall, this appears to be a solid, well-kept Arizona vehicle, often a big advantage in terms of body condition and rust prevention. The seller is clear about the pricing, stating a total investment of $7,200 and an asking price of $6,000 to let it go, making this a fairly priced and straightforward sale. At $6,000, this 1978 Ford Ranchero 500 offers a great balance of originality, V8 power, classic styling, and real-world usability. It's an ideal choice for someone wanting a unique classic that can be driven, enjoyed, and shown as is, while still offering plenty of potential for light upgrades or continued preservation in the future. Number 13. The 1978 Ford Country Squire LTD, listed at just $9,500 and located in Chula Vista, California. This is a kind of vehicle you rarely see anymore, especially on the West Coast, and even more so in this condition. The seller describes it as super rare and hard to find in California, and based on the detail provided, that claim is easy to believe. This Country Squire is a genuine one-owner car, showing just 92,000 actual miles, an impressive figure for a full-size luxury wagon from the late 1970s. It comes with an automatic transmission and a clean California title, with the pink slip in hand, making the transfer straightforward and hassle-free. Being a lifelong California car, it benefits from what most buyers look for first in classics of this era: no rust and a super clean body. The exterior is described as extremely well kept, retaining its original form and presence, and it clearly reflects careful ownership over the decades. Inside, the story gets even better. The interior is described as immaculate, with everything fully stock and original, inside and out. That's a major selling point for collectors who value authenticity. From the seating to the trim and panels, this wagon has been preserved rather than modified, giving it that true time capsule feel. Everything works as it should, from the gauges to the features, and even the stereo is present and functioning. Mechanically, this 1978 Country Squire runs and drives very smooth, exactly what you want from a full-size Ford wagon built for long, comfortable cruising. It sits on brand new tires, meaning one major expense is already taken care of, and it's ready to be enjoyed immediately without needing attention before hitting the road. The seller emphasizes that the vehicle looks very nice in person and must be seen to be fully appreciated, something that often rings true with well-preserved classics like this. With all service records and history included, this Ford Country Squire positions itself as not just a fun retro cruiser, but a true classic collector car. At an asking price of $9,500 or best offer, it offers vintage Americana, rarity, originality, and practicality all in one package. For someone looking to own a unique, all-original luxury station wagon that turns heads and sparks nostalgia everywhere it goes, this 1978 Ford Country Squire LTD is a compelling and increasingly hard-to-find opportunity. Number 14. The 1984 Oldsmobile Cutlass Sedan 4D listed for just $1,600 and located in Waynesboro, Georgia. This Cutlass is clearly being offered as a project car, making it a solid option for someone looking for an inexpensive entry into the classic GMG body world or a platform for a build. According to the listing, the car shows 125,803 miles and is paired with an automatic transmission. Under the hood, it no longer carries its original engine. Instead, it features a 1990s-era Chevy 350 small block equipped with a mild cam. That alone adds a lot of appeal, especially for buyers who want classic looks with more modern V8 power potential. However, it's important to note that the 350 automatic transmission is currently bad, and the seller is upfront about that. This Cutlass will need transmission work before it can be driven, so it's best suited for someone who already has a transmission lined up or plans to build one. The car is being sold with bill of sale only, with no title, which is a key factor for any serious buyer to consider, especially depending on local registration laws. On the plus side, several removed parts are included. The hubcaps and door panels are stored in the trunk, suggesting the car is largely complete and can be put back together cosmetically without too much hunting for parts. Overall, this 1984 Oldsmobile Cutlass represents a straightforward project or parts car opportunity. At $1,600, it's priced to reflect the transmission issue and the lack of title, but in return you're getting a classic Cutlass body with a swapped-in Chevy 350, trade flexibility, and a solid foundation for a hot rod, cruiser, or Jeep body revival. The seller is open to trades, just no boats or motorcycles, making this a flexible deal for the right buyer who knows what they're looking at and is ready to put in some work. Number 15. The 1953 Oldsmobile Holiday 98 Coupe, listed at $4,500 and located in Elk Grove. This is one of those cars that really appeals to old-school collectors, custom builders, and anyone who appreciates post-war American design. The car is equipped with an automatic transmission and the original 303 cubic-inch Oldsmobile V8, a highly respected engine from this era and a big reason these cars were so popular in the early 1950s. According to the seller, the motor does turn over, which is a strong starting point, but it will need attention before it's road ready. A freeze plug at the rear of the engine needs to be replaced, and the car has been sitting for many years, so it should be approached as a full restoration or revival project rather than a quick driver. Visually, the car is finished in black, which is noted as the original factory color. That detail alone adds to its appeal for anyone interested in bringing it back to stock. The 1953 model year is especially significant for Oldsmobile enthusiasts, as it features one of the most popular body designs of the era and marks the first year Oldsmobile moved to a 12-volt electrical system, making it more user-friendly than earlier models. With an odometer showing 99,999 miles, its true mileage is unknown, but that's typical for cars of this vintage and not a major concern for buyers focused on restoration or customization. The seller openly states that the car needs restoration, making expectations clear and realistic. Overall, this 1953 Oldsmobile Holiday 98 Coupe represents an affordable entry into early 1950s American luxury and style. Whether you want to return to factory-correct originality or transform it into a period-correct custom, this car offers a solid foundation, iconic styling, historical significance, and a price point that leaves room in the budget for the work ahead.